Hey folks, so today I have a box, and inside this box are wonderful magical things that I'm going to be applying to my old Traxxas Stampede. Real quick, this is my Stampede as it sits right now. This is actually an original release. I bought it used from a guy in 1999, and he bought it one of the first issues when it came out. It was like 96 or something. So it came with the smaller hub bearings. Didn't even have a slipper clutch. The original Stampede had no slipper clutch. It was just direct drive with a gear diff. And he had done a couple upgrades to it. He replaced all the bushings with bearings, and he had added a slipper clutch to it, but it still came with the stock mechanical speed control and all that good stuff. So little by little, I've been upgrading it slowly. Last year, when I dug it out of storage, I figured I'd make this my main basher truck. So it obviously has this is the same speed control I had when I put it in when I first got it. It's a Tekin Rebel. It's a versatile brushed only ESC, and it works very well. It's been a great little workhorse, but yeah, today I think it's time to replace it with something fancier. I have RPM parts everywhere. I think I have every RPM part you can get. I have A-arms front and rear. I have hub carriers, spindle, the uprights. I have, except for the bumper. I don't have the RPM bumper, and I don't have the wheelie bar, but I do have the RPM drive case, mainly because of the Traxxas one has a plastic motor mount, which I really do not like. So that's been replaced. I also put the MIP Super Duty drive shafts on here. These things are ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that I could put these into my Mazda Speed 3 and it'd be fine. But yeah, they're real tough. I also have the Proline shocks. These are technically for the Slash, but since they're basically the same thing, why not? They're excellent shocks. I also have full titanium, Lunsford titanium turnbuckles and hinge pins. So all the hinge pins are titanium everywhere. The upright in the steering, everywhere. It's all titanium. It's all RPM. And so my hope was to make this as indestructible as possible. Oh, I also upgraded the transmission internally. Is effectively a VXL transmission. It has all metal gears, the metal ringed diff. It actually has the original idler shaft and gear. The input shaft. Sorry, that's still the stock one from when the guy upgraded to bearings, I assume. And the idler gear has also been updated to metal. So this thing is pretty tough, but today let's make it tougher, even still. Just as a case in point, this is an original Stampede. You'll notice I actually have a replacement chassis here, and the new Stampede chassis have Traxxas etched into them, and they also have a little bit different battery compartment design to handle hard case lipos. But since in '96 lipos were, I don't even know if they were a thing yet, this thing doesn't have the cutout up here, and it has these rounded little edges inside designed to hold NiCads better. So that's one thing. I haven't switched to lipo just yet. I still have an old Tekin BC112C that I use, and it only charges NiCads and nickel metal hydride. So for the moment, I'm going to stick with nickel metal hydride. With the upgrades today, though, my next update will probably be lipos, and in which case I'll either have to buy those curved, rounded edged lipo packs, or just replace the chassis. No big deal. So anyways, let's put that off to the side for now and open up this here box and see what we got. Okay. All right. box opening completed. That probably shouldn't be like that, but whatever. As you can see, I've gone brunchless. I haven't not had brunch in ages. Brushless. This is the 13.5 turn, not the RPM model. This is the torque model. It only has the 12.5 millimeter shaft. The 13 millimeter comes in at the 10 turn. But I don't know. 13 turn, 13 and a half, that sort of seems like, it's 3400 kV rating, which is about what the VXL 3S system is. The Valenium 3500 is 3500 kV. So I'm hoping that this will be roughly about the same. And I've always been a Tekin fanboy. I've always had Tekin ESCs, and I've never had a problem, never had one go wrong. So I'm going to stick with the Tekin fanboyism. Now, I also am upgrading to 2.4 gigahertz. The current radio that's in there right now is an old FM Futaba T3 PDF, which is this old beast. And it's a great radio. It works perfectly still. But I'm trying to downsize the amount of stuff I have, so I think I'm going to be using, I still have an old double XCR and RC10B2 that I'll probably put the transmitters or the receivers for this thing into there. This is going to be sort of the classic vehicle transmitter, and all my current vehicles that I use regularly will be using my new-ish Futaba 3PL. Again, great system, works perfectly. It transmits. All right, so this is actually kind of exciting because I've never had a brushless vehicle before. This is going to be my first, and I am incredibly excited to check this stuff out. Ooh. Alright, there's some wires, that's good. This is heavier than I thought it was going to be. Also, hope my pinions will fit. Yes, okay, good. I was worried this was a 5mm shaft, but it apparently is not, which is good. That's got a bit of weight to it. The motor I took out, in case anybody's interested, was this old original run Trinity Speed Gems Ruby. This is what the Ruby used to be. It used to be a 16 turn. Now it's like a 19 turn or something. I don't know what the hell they did with the Speed Gems line. I think Trinity got bought out by somebody because it looks all janky and crappy now. But these Speed Gems were great. My dad and I must have gone. We must have gone through. I don't know, 10 or so of these motors in the 90s. We would drive them so much that the commutator inside the brushes rub-on would just get worn down until there was no copper left. So this has been a great motor, but yeah, it's time. I'm keeping the red theme though. You know, I'm gonna stick with red. Oh, this is almost like neon red. This is like sexy red. But yeah, so I'm sticking with the red, but I'm going with the red that's gonna give me a bit more oomph. So, all right, well, let's see what else we got. This is the ESC, and oh my goodness, it's tiny. It's so tiny. Look at it. It's itty bitty. Oh my goodness. That's astounding. I cannot believe how tiny this thing is. That's unbelievable. Yeah. So cool. I'm so excited. All right. So, all right, there's sticky tape, capacitor, censored wire, and some stickers. Always got to have stickers. Okay. So, okay. Check on the camera.